Hi, my name is Tyler Lockyer with Attivo Group, and I'm here to tell you how Attivo All-in-One, powered by SAP Business One, can help you with your production scheduling problems. Let's begin. To start things off, let's go over some inventory challenges with production scheduling. For our first problem, planning recommendations, many SAP users produce products that are made-to-stock items that are made up of several child items, as well as resources such as man or machine hours. There must be a way to tell the production team what components go into a finished good, as well as their availability levels and how many of these items are resources or committed. Problem 2, when production should begin and end. Production can only begin when the required items and resources are in stock and available for production. This is also determined by when a customer needs their finished products. Therefore, how can the production team meet demand and plan for allocating resources? Problem 3, suggestions for materials. You must know what materials are required for production and when you may need to purchase them once again. Problem 4, lead times for production and purchasing. There must be a way to calculate accurate lead times in order to know when to begin production or when to begin purchasing. Lastly, for problem 5 is on-time delivery. How are you going to ensure your customers that you will provide the items they need and whenever they need them? SAP B1 solves these problems and helps to automate key business functions in your company's operations. Let's take a look at some of the solutions that SAP B1 has to offer. For our first solution within SAP Business One, we will discuss a sales order. The unique feature of a sales order in SAP is that the module can be connected directly to a delivery, AR invoice, and even a down payment to provide more continuity whenever an order is made from a sale by a customer. The item itself, the quantity ordered, the unit price, and the expected delivery date are all listed within the document. When an item is listed, the user may also enter the bill of materials for the item directly from the sales order and provide information on what components are used to produce the finished good. Moving along to our next solution for production scheduling is MRP, or Materials Requirements Planning, within SAP Business One. Within this screenshot, you can see that this report tab from the MRP wizard suggests to the user what quantity of the parent and child items will be used in production and when they will be required in order to fulfill production for the sales order. The MRP wizard is an exceptional way to receive suggestions for what ought to be in a production order and when it is needed based off pre-configured lead times within the environment. Another feature within the Report tab is the ability to have pegging information. This pegging feature allows users to summarize the quantity for replenishment of supply in regard to the components of the parent item. This feature enables the user to have insight on what quantity of a certain component item must be procured in order to run production, further aiding with the suggestions for materials. If the user then goes into the Recommendations tab in the MRP wizard, the module will also provide a recommendation as to what component may need to be purchased in order to complete the production and, of course, how much will need to be purchased. However, in this tab, one could also stretch out the planning horizon. The tool will then provide total quantity that could be purchased for an extended period of time, perhaps a year or even longer. The recommendations will also include production orders, as well as depending on what the report is. The Recommendations tab therefore assists with viewing lead times for purchasing, as well as production orders. Our next feature within SAP that will aid production scheduling is the production order. A production order comprises and quantifies all items and resources into one order. This way, the user can see the overall cost of the order and will be able to set when production should begin and when it should be completed. These dates will be set accordingly with demand of the customer, as well as pre-configured lead times in the SAP environment. These features of a production order in SAP provides the first step in being able to ensure on-time delivery by keeping track of availability, as well as committed levels of components, as well as keeping track of schedules for demand. During production, there are limitations to resources at an organization's disposal and must be made apparent. The resource capacity solution within SAP seeks to do so. The module can list one or many resources and provide insight into what the day-to-day work limitations resources have. These resources may include man-hours or even machine hours. The capacities and units can be set to the respective resources so that bottlenecks do not occur during production. The two views show the availability and the number of committed resources on certain days of production. This tool reinforces the capability of an organization's production schedule so that the process won't have to be stopped halfway through just because it was not made apparent that production would exceed capacity on certain days. Taking a deeper look within the resource capacity module, you can also see the resource capacity details. The two screenshots show the capacity of the production order from a point of available and committed perspectives. If a number appears in red, then this means capacity was exceeded and a production schedule must be reviewed before it is initiated. The beauty of using SAP Business One for production scheduling purposes is the visibility and capability of pulling all documents together to make the process come full circle. The resource capacity data pulls the availability and committed levels from production orders when it has a specific resource listed within its components. Knowing the limitations of your production process can help you plan ahead for periods of increased demand throughout the year, which has a positive impact on lead times as well as on-time delivery. Now that we have covered our solutions, we are now at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, and have seen how features within SAP Business One can solve issues from planning recommendations to having on-time deliveries. Several modules that we covered, such as production orders, resource capacity, and MRP Wizard, are able to help with such problems with production scheduling, as well as other issues that may arise. SAP Business One holds many opportunities that can be unlocked for a user and is second to none with helping an organization manage its business processes. Once again, this is Tyler Lockery with the Attivo Group. Thank you for watching.